7:01 a.m. at how they got here. The Vegas Golden Knights and San Jose Sharks have had a ridiculous amount of time to catch their breath, heal up and dwell on their second-round Western Conference playoff showdown. The Knights finished off their sweep of the Los Angeles Kings on April 17. The Sharks ended their sweep of the Anaheim Ducks on April 18, after placing wagers at 200 to 1 or more for a Golden Knights championship. These fans are looking at their joke bets a little more seriously. From the first round all the way through the Stanley Cup final, ESPN has you covered. Check out the picture-in coverage on each team. Only one NHL team gets to raise the Stanley Cup in June. The rest will be working hard this summer to get there at the end of next. The Knights' 5-1-2-4-7, 109 points were the best story of the regular, smashing records for an expansion franchise on almost a weekly basis. The question was whether that success could carry over to the postseason, and the answer was a resounding yes in the first round. They rolled 4 lines, outskating the Kings. They relied on stellar goaltending. There were no playoff jitters. They appear to still be playing with house money. The Sharks 4-5-2-7-1-0, 100 points bade farewell to Patrick Marleau in the offseason, said hello to Evander Kane at the trade deadline, and were generally a collection of veteran players in their prime ready to make another run at the Cup. The Knights were 3-0-1 against the Sharks in the regular, outscoring them 14-11. Who emerges from the Pacific Division? Glad you asked. First line. It's a little stunning that the Knights' top line of Jonathan Marchessault 27 goals, 48 assists, 75 points in the regular, Riley Smith 2-2, 3-8, 6-0 and William Karlsson 4-3, 3-5, 7-8 generated only 2 even-strength goals in 4 games when one considers how present they were, a +25 in shot attempts, and a +12.54% Corsi percentage relative to their teammates. They've been Vegas engine all, and one of the top lines in the NHL. Evander Kane, the 9th of May, 14 in 17 games with Sharks, Joe Pavelski 2-2, 4-4, 6-6 and Junior Donskoy 1-4, 1-8, 3-2, meanwhile, were a -25 in shot attempts against the Ducks. But they've shown great chemistry, with 7 goals together in the regular. Advantage, Golden Knights. Depth. The Knights' second line Alex Tuch, Eric Howler and James Neal brings some offensive pop and much more physicality than their top unit. Ryan Carpenter, your guy tossed aside by the Sharks who's back for expansion team revenge player of the series, has played well with Cody Eakin and David Perron. Trade deadline prize Tomas Tatar, meanwhile, has disappointed. The energy line players like Tomas Nosek, William Carrier and Pierre-Edouard Bellemare throw their bodies around but can be a liability at 5-on-5. The Sharks' second line is anchored by Logan Couture 34 goals to lead the Sharks, who is typically flanked by Mikkel Boedker and Thomas Hertl. That might be the line that sees the Marchessault group the most. Chris Tierney, Kevin Labanc and Timo Meier were an effective energy line, as are Eric Fehr with Marcus Sorensen and Melker Karlsson. The Sharks are good, but they're not 11.49 even strength shooting percentage good. Advantage, even. Defense. Brent Burns 1-2-5-5-6-7 has 9 points in his past 10 games while skating 24-19 per game, and is paired up with Paul Martin, because if the playoffs are going on, Paul Martin is in them 119 career games. But the most intriguing pairing in this series is Marc-Edouard Vlasic and Justin Braun, who might see copious amounts of the Marchessault line. Dylan DeMello and Brendan Dillon are the Sharks' third pairing. Nate Schmidt led the Knights in ice time 27-56, although he and Braden McNabb were a -9 in shot attempts versus the Kings. Derek Engelland and Shea Theodore +19 fared better. Colin Miller and John Merrill were the third pairing against LA. Advantage, Sharks. Greg Wyshynski and Emily Kaplan break down the second-round playoff matchups that have been set, and give their top candidates for the Conn Smythe. Plus, Hurricanes owner Tom Dundon and longtime Penguins beat writer Rob Rossi. Listen, goaltending. A battle of the 2 best goalies in the postseason thus far. Marc-Andre Fleury was spectacular in Vegas' sweep of the Kings, with 127 saves on 130 shots. Martin Jones has become the wallpaper for the Sharks. He's always there, but if you notice him, it's because someone tore through him. Jones was sturdy in round 1, with 128 saves on 132 shots. His career save percentage is now .931 in the playoffs. Advantage, even. Special teams. The Sharks had a middling power play in the regular 20.6% but were hitting the bullseye against the Ducks 30.0%. It was the opposite story for the Golden Knights, who were 11th in the league at 21.4% in the regular but just 1 for 12 against the Kings, the NHL's best penalty kill. Bad news, the Sharks were second best on the PK in the regular, at 84.8%. Vegas was 12th on the kill, 81.4%. Advantage, Sharks. Coaching. Both coaches did some heavy lifting in the regular. Peter DeBoer oversaw a transition year for the Sharks, and continues to have a deft understanding of the team's psychology, keeping the Sharks relaxed but not, like, country club relaxed. All Gerard Gallant did was take a disparate collection of players acquired in an expansion draft and help them mesh into a 109-point division winner. Advantage, even. Health. The X-Factor, Sharks star Joe Thornton, still on the mend from an injury to his right medial collateral ligament and already ruled out for Game 1. The Golden Knights could get a boost from the return of defenseman Lucas Ibiza, who hasn't dressed for a game since February 27 due to a hand injury. Advantage, Golden Knights. Series pick, Sharks in 6.